Up next on End of the Day Beer Review, we're going to be looking at Wake Up Dead. This is an Imperial Stout by Left Hand Brewing Company, and it is coming in at a whopping 10.2% ABV. Check it out. Three, two, one. Hi, everybody, it's Rich, and welcome to the End of the Day Beer Review. And today we are looking at Wake Up Dead. Now, this is an Imperial Stout from Left Hand Brewing Company. I'm a fan of Left Hand Brewing Company. In fact, I've done their Nitro Stout on this channel, and I've tried a couple of their other things, which I've been really impressed by. So I was sort of surprised and excited to see this on the shelf in my local shop. So let's crack this open. Now, it is not, to the best of my knowledge, a Nitro Stout, and I am using a proper stout glass for this. And it pours a dark sort of chestnut brown. Really very nice color for the beer. Ooh, the bar is just filling up with like this chocolate roasty smell. Yeah, that's definitely not a Nitro. Oh my God, this is thick. It's sweet, it's chocolate, it's roasty. There's sort of like this dark fruit note to it. It's not like a barrel aged, and that's not what I'm trying to make it sound like. But there is this really like, if you've tried Left Hand's Nitro Stout, then let me try to do this equation here. You know how a Guinness in America is good, but it's better, like, you know, in Ireland? This is like the way Guinness smells in Ireland. Stronger, more robust. Now, I like Left Hand's Nitro Stout, but this seems to be a much, at least based on the nose, a stronger version of it. Now, what does the actual thing say? From our hand to yours, bold yet smooth with notes of dark chocolate, dried fruit, and coffee. Yeah, you know what? Everything is there, and it says it can be cellared for 5 years. Damn, I may have to go and get another one. It says best by 11/21/28. Well, before I go get another one, let's try it, I guess. But the nose on it is telling me this is great. Oh my God. This is going to sound nuts, but that analysis I made earlier, this tasting the way, you know, sort of like an equation of like a Guinness in New York versus a Guinness, let's say, in Ireland. This is sort of the same thing here. This is everything that's in the Nitro Stout, except that sort of like creaminess that comes with the nitrogen that's in the beer. But this is amplified by like, I'd say 5. There's a certain boldness to the flavor here that is more mellow in the Nitro Stout. Now, I don't think these two stouts are the same. There's a heavier bitterness on the back end of this. There's a really good dark chocolate flavor to it, which I associate with that sort of dark chocolate flavor. There's also this other thing that's going on in there. There's sort of a raisin, dried fruit, plummy type of thing. And I have to tell you something else. You can't taste the alcohol in this. I mean, look, you're drinking a stout, and you know you're drinking a stout. So you know there's alcohol in here. But there's no way that you would know that this was a 10.8, or what was it? I'm sorry, 10.2% ABV beer. This definitely fits into that category that I keep talking about on this channel, which is dangerous beers. Because this one is actually really dangerous. You could drink this quickly. And at 10.2%, I mean, listen, I'm not particularly comfortable doing anything that requires motor skill if I'm drinking at all. But I have to tell you, I could see somebody mistaking this for a regular Nitro Stout, having 2 of them, and just getting absolutely demolished because it is such a high ABV. Now, just as I said that, I'm starting to get a little bit of a bloom in the belly of heat that goes with the alcohol. But you would never, ever know that there was that this was a 10.2% beer. Now, that being said, I bought this for $12 or $16.99 for the 4-pack. So it was either $3 or $4 a bottle. Would I buy it again? Let me change it. I will be buying 2 more 4-packs of this if I can get my hands on it. Now, I know, you know, Left Hand stouts are not something that people are running out the day after Thanksgiving to try to buy. But you know, it is sort of a rarity, and I find that the people who like Left Hand really like Left Hand and probably would pick up more of this. And I would be interested in cellaring one of these, maybe even two, and try them out in a year or so, because I have to tell you, I think this is going to continue to develop and become sort of like a beautiful, sort of flavorful, mellow beer. But, you know, like more along the lines of a nitro stout, but at that higher ABV. Now, I think this would have been very interesting, but I don't know the science of it. Had they done this with more of a nitrogen, you know, if this was a nitrogen stout, because I think it would be a little creamier. Let's see, mountain barley, rolled oats, hops, and yeast. Yeah, I believe, I really do, just with the way it's behaving, this has got to be carbon dioxide. But I think this would be interesting in a nitro. Now, that being said, the carbonation in this beer is gorgeous. Just as it goes down the back of your throat, it sort of causes all of that flavor to sort of burst through you know, your olfactory senses. And it's really, really nice to go through and get that type of first hit of flavor on the front end of the tongue, and then again for it to hit on the back end as it goes down. Now, I've drunk about maybe half of this beer, and I'm just starting to get a warmth in the belly that's telling me that there's some alcohol in this. And the other thing is this, it's not the warmth you would get from a 10% beer. So again, you know, like next to the ABV on this, they have a little skull and crossbones. And I know it's really just the marketing for the wake up dead aspect of this stout, but I have to tell you, this is one of those beers where the alcohol could easily get away from you, and you want to be careful of that. Now, that being said, will I buy it again? Absolutely. This is fantastic. I would love this with a steak. I would love this with a burger. It's just a wonderful, wonderful beer. And luckily I have 3 more of these in the fridge. So would I buy it again? Absolutely. I have consistently found that Left Hand not only puts out good beer, but it's also relatively inexpensive. I mean, let's say this was even $20 a 4-pack. I would still say that this was an absolute bargain as far as a high ABV beer goes that seems to be readily available. So would I buy it again? Absolutely. Can I recommend you trying this? If you're one of those people that likes a thick, robust, chewy stout, get this. It's so good. If you like their nitro stout, get it. It's fantastic. And this is sort of like the nitro stout dialed up to 11, if you will. It adds a lot to the entirety of the beer experience. Anyway, folks, I am going to sit back and enjoy the rest of this one because it has been an excellent beer. And I really do want to sit back and enjoy it. Now I'm starting to feel a little bit of the alcohol aspect of it, but not a tremendous amount. So this is really, really nice. And again, it's called Wake Up Dead. It's an Imperial Stout by Left Hand Brewing Company. And I highly, highly recommend that you go and check this out because I think it's awesome. And again, if you're a stout person, you want to try this and you want to try it soon. Anyway, folks, I hope you've enjoyed the review. If you have, hit that like button, maybe share the video, and I'll see you next time on End of the Day Beer Review. Cheers.